All right, folks, how y'all doing today? This is my updated review from the unboxing I did about a month ago of the Wear24 watch that was done by Verizon, but now discontinued. Um, and basically, kind of a little background on this watch again, as I had said previously, was it was kind of a deal that Verizon tried to put out that a lot of people didn't know of, and they originally came out at about a $300 price point, and probably 6 months into the plan, Verizon discontinued them. And fast forward to probably about a month or two ago, you start seeing there are a lot of these out there, and they're at the $100 and below price point. I got mine allegedly brand new for about $60. Not a bad deal for a smartwatch, particularly rocking Android Wear 2.0. Basically, I use this to update my Pebble. I had a Pebble Time 2, I think it was, and kind of just felt I need something a little brighter and a little bit bigger versus the Pebble Time 2. So far, overall, I like the watch. The one thing I would take away from this is, or what I would suggest for folks is, if you can spend a little bit more money and get the Tick watch, from what I've heard is a decent little watch for the $150 price point, give or take, spend that money, because a lot of those watches have a heart rate sensor and supports Android Pay, which is now Google Pay. This does not support that. But overall, again, for a sub $100 price point, you can get them anywhere from used around 40, $50 to brand new in the $100 range. Totally worth it. Okay. Um, One thing I will say is I like how the alerts are easy, able to scroll up and go through them. Um, that is really nice. A lot easier to function by having the touch screen. I like how the settings and such and your additional apps kick out on the side. That's a real nice little feature with the singular button. Um, One of the things I didn't like looking at the Android Wear system or Android Wear ecosystem is there's not a lot of watch faces out there. Um, but one thing I've noticed is using a third party site like Facer, which is a nice free app. You can get a premium level, and they do have user created watch faces, as well as you can create your own watch face on Facer. So kind of a nice little site, again, freeware, kind of similar to Zedge for ringtones and such. Not a bad little site. I've done some creating of my own watch faces. So overall, kind of fun. Not a bad way to jazz up your watch. That is a nice feature. One of the issues that I would say out of the box is you want to make sure you update it to Android 2.0. When the watch ships and when you initially charge it and launch it, it is running Android Wear 1.0. Android Wear 1.0 kind of sucks. 2.0 is a nice incarnation of it, more of the teenage age of Android Wear. Kind of like when you rock that first Android 1.0 back in the day, if you're a big Android guy like me. Um, Android Wear 2.0 is a little bit more mature. It supports a lot more apps that 1.0 doesn't support and that the watch did not support with 1.0. Other little gripe with this is the battery power. You're going to want to not have the 4G setting on it if you're not planning on activating 4G, and you're going to want to turn the GPS off, which is not a big deal if you have it tethered Bluetooth to your phone, particularly if you're using the navigation piece with your phone tethered to it. And the navigation works very, very well. I liked it much better than the Pebble third-party app you had to get through Pebble to get the GPS to work well. And it works so much better. You actually have like a real map, whereas the Pebble app would just give you a direction. Um, so overall, very, very satisfied with this watch. No real major issues. Let me take that back. There is one issue that has come up I've noticed recently. The Facebook Messenger app it's not responding very well, or it's not allowing me to respond to messages on it, which again, not a big deal. I usually have my phone with me, so unless I'm driving, that's the only time it really is a major issue. Um, so that's kind of a little annoying. The Google Assist on it works very, very well. Um, you just kind of hold the button down. How may I help you? What It's actually saying how may I help you. That's how good it is. That's a tough one. Well, of course it's going to be. What was the Celtics score last night? It gives you a little bit about who the Celtics. I guess their last loss is they lost to the Clippers. I don't know. I don't follow the NBA these days. That was the first thing that popped in my head. So not really cool. The Google Assist is nice, particularly if you want directions to something. Let's just try that. Stop and Shop. Oh, did screenshot. Where is Stop and Shop? And then it gives you the location of it. And you can scroll down. You can actually pick the one that you want. So it's opening up the Stop and Shop. Mm. And then it'll give you you can pick on it, and it'll give you the directions to there. It's pulling a lot of Stop and Shops, so let's try something that I know that only has one location in the area. Burlington Coat Factory. All right, closes at 10 o'clock, and you can navigate to it. So that's kind of the Maps app on it. It's starting your navigation. You really can't see it well on the camera. And then, boom, it gives you the directions from there. So overall, really, really cool. Kind of like it. For the price point, again, if you can get it for the under the $100 price point, even in the $50-$60 range, great deal. Cosmetically, the only other issue I've run into is I have dinged it once. I don't know if you can see it right there. So it has been dinged a little bit. That was one of the concerns. I haven't scratched this. Still doing the directions. Um, so overall, not a bad deal. Again, 30 again, if you can get it for the under the $60 price point, or even under the $100 price point, totally worth it. Not a bad little watch if you're not looking for those extra bells and whistles. Get your messages, get your notifications without having to look at your phone. Great deal. Beyond that, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good day.